Okay, so I mentioned earlier on in this course about the fact that many people are going out and they're socializing and they're eating much more, but also they have got sort of skinny arms and no bottom and skinny legs, and that's because they are lacking in fat. Well, as a midlife health and fitness expert, you can't expect me not to want to talk to you about exercise and movement and building muscle, because that is also a big part of the whole belly fat thing for various reasons, actually. We need to have muscle because it supports our skeleton. We need to have muscle so that we can burn up the calories that we're putting in. We need to have muscle because we need to be strong. Did you know women are going to live, I think it's something like a third of their life in the menopause? So isn't it really important, therefore, that we have a body that moves and does what we want it to do so that we can continue to live a healthy and happy life in our menopause for a third of our life? So building muscle and doing some exercise to facilitate that becomes vitally important. But what is really important, and as I say, I'm passionate about this, is that you're doing that exercise somewhere that's coaching you as a midlife woman, rather than you're doing that exercise in a place where they're also coaching a 32-year-old male. Because what a 32-year-old male needs for his exercise is very different from what you might need. We need to be coached in a way that moves our body in a functional way. It's still able to do all the things that it needs to do. It still needs to be able to be strong and move forwards and backwards and sideways and up and down and all of those things. And if you love running, or you love walking, or you love dancing, do all of that stuff too, because all of that will keep you moving during the day. But one of the most important things, it's not the only most important thing, but it's one of the most important things, is to think about strength in your exercise. It becomes more and more important as we get older to think of strength, and that's using your own body weight as a resistance, or perhaps using hand weights or weights that you push up above your head. So when you're thinking about the exercise that you might be taking, particularly if you're new to it, make sure that the person who's coaching you understands your needs as a midlife woman and the fact that you are trying to get stronger. Indeed, this is something that I coach all the time. I have an online course called Move Over Menopause, where I'm actively coaching women to specifically move in the way that they need to move, to give them health, not necessarily to give them a body that is going to stand on a stage in a very small bikini and a big tan to show things off. No, a body that's functionally strong, a body that will do what you want it to do for you. So going back to the belly fat thing, it makes sense, I think, that exercise is not about doing 100 crunches to try and get rid of fat that's around the outside, because it doesn't work like that. Exercise is about building muscle throughout your whole body, which will help you burn fat throughout your whole body, which will help keep you strong and healthy and prevent you of being at a risk of heart disease and diabetes and clotting and inflammation and all of the things that I mentioned right at the beginning of this series of videos. So think about that now. Think about where you get your strength exercise from. Is there something you can do to increase the type of strength exercise you're getting? Look me up if that's available to you, or find a coach or a trainer near you to help you devise a plan where you're thinking about putting more muscle onto your body, because that will help in the overall removal of your belly fat, but even more so, it will help in your overall health. I hope that's been really helpful for you today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.